Welcome. In this video we're going to give you a brief tour of the Planner application. Now let's get started by going up to the drop-down menus here at the top of the application. This is where you're going to see many common tools. Most notably, you'll see here the Draw menu contains most of our drawing tools. Okay, the next toolbar is the standard toolbar. This is where we can start a new drawing or open an existing drawing or save a drawing. Okay, we also have our zoom toolbar here. Okay, next we can set the paper size here. This is the grid size that we're working with, 8.5 by 11. We can also set the drawing scale. Currently I'm drawing at a 1/8 scale equals 1 foot. Okay, here we have our render toolbar. This is where we can flip between the different rendering styles. Currently this is the CAD style, and I have several other styles here. You'll see the symbol changes as I click on the different styles. Okay, next we have our property bar. This tells us the current layer that we're drawing on, along with some line properties here. The paint bucket here tells us the hatch, whether we have a hatch selected or a solid fill, if we have an area that we're trying to fill with a color. We also have a hatch library here, and then a hatch scale here. Okay, this snap off indicator tells us whether our snap tools are on or off currently. Now, extremely important here is the edit bar. That's the line right here. You'll see above the content librarian, you should see the words edit bar. Now the edit bar, what this does is it gives us parameters of a specific tool or a selected item. So if I select this symbol, you'll see that I have a Japanese maple, and it also will give me the exact coordinates of that symbol on the grid. Okay, if I select one of my drawing tools, such as the close paver tool, you'll see that I have different parameters for that, such as the material type. I can add edging, a border, to create a soldier course. So I have several different options here for the tool that I have selected. Okay, so it's extremely important that we always want to be aware that the edit bar has parameters that we can use. Okay, next we have our content librarian. This is where we have several sub-tabs. The first tab here is the Favorites tab. Now the Favorites tab, this is where we're going to store many of our commonly used symbols that we use on an everyday basis. The next tab over here is the Symbol tab. This is where we have our symbol library. If we want to change a symbol library, you'll see here that I have the Flower Annual Library currently selected. I'll just click on the selector here, and I'll go into the category and subcategory that I want, and you'll see that that loads the symbol library for tree deciduous. The next tab here is the Assemblies tab. We have a color palette here, another hatch palette here. We have our User tab here, which we can store custom symbols, and we have our Search tab here, which allows us to search for specific plants within our database. Over on the left side of the application, we have a toolbar called the Easyscape toolbar. These are single-click operations for the common tools that we're going to use whenever we're drawing. Okay, the next toolbar is the all-in-one toolbar. It begins with the Select Direct tool. The way this works is if you want to select a tool within this toolbar, you click on the first tool, hold it down, and you can slide out and you'll see many other tools that are related to the first tool. So this is the paver toolbar, and you'll see I have several different paver tools located on here. The next toolbar is the Snap toolbar, which we'll get into the Snap tools. Snap tools work in conjunction with other drawing tools. Okay, down here at the bottom we have our status bar, which gives us an instruction or the current state of the program. And on the far right corner we have the absolute and relative grid coordinates where we're currently positioned on the grid. Okay, if you're missing any of your toolbars and you need to restore any of your toolbars, you can do that by going up to the View menu and select Toolbars. And here you'll just recheck the toolbar you want to reappear and click OK, and those missing toolbars will reappear. Alright, now that we have our overview, let's go ahead and get started with the drawing.